Did you also get the feeling that K-pop Demon Hunters deserve more time on the screen? So check this out, because today I gathered 10 reasons why this amazing movie should become an animated series. More development, more songs, more ships. Imagine all this in a lot of episodes. Let's talk about it. Hey beautiful people, I'm Julie, and number 1, the main group needs more development. Let's be real, K-pop Demon Hunters has everything to become a series, mostly because of its characters who have an absurd waste of potential due to the movie's limitations. The 3 protagonists, Rumi, Zoey, and Mira, had just a tiny inch of their stories told on screen, but Rumi got all the spotlights. Like, Zoey is really cool, writes out the box lyrics, but we don't see how she became this such unique artist. And we have Mira, said to be the black sheep of the family, but no one explains why. Dude, imagine a whole season with just episodes revolving around each one of them. It would be perfect to better understand what's going on with these girls. And it doesn't stop there. The Saja Boys also need more screen time, showing how each of them became a demon. What happened to them before Grima corrupted their minds? We would even see a little bit of their human lives, the dreams they had, their families. It would be very meaningful to see the Saja Boys' human side. The movie didn't have time for that, but an animated series would, giving them more development and screen time. And speaking of time, number 2, another reason for this movie that should be a series, it's really simple. Relationships and conflicts needs more time. Like, Rumi's relationship with Jinu had its cute moments, and they had chemistry, but it all moved so fast, you know? Their connection is there, but it was so rushed. In their second or third encounter, they sang together the song Free, and don't get me wrong, that was beautiful, but I wanted to see more of this enemy to lovers relationship, you know? Just like what happened to Vi and Caitlyn in Arcane, with that tension in the air. We didn't know if they were about to kiss or wrestle with each other. And I'm not talking about only the main couple. No, we had a lot of potential to get into fights inside the group, rivalries between idols, and how that would affect the Huntrix themselves. Imagine a love triangle involving Mystery, Zoey, and Baby, or Mira falling in love with one of those rival idols. This all could have happened if given enough time, and not rushed into 2 scenes like it happened. Number 3, and dude, you guys have no idea how much this movie lacks in exploring its rich mythology. I mean, the movie only showed the tip of the demon's myths, and we saw enough to know that we could get a whole episode dedicated to just that, exploring each factor with carefully. It would be simply amazing. For example, we know that Jushan Saja, who are Korean Death Reapers, have a more mythical origin, but the movie doesn't touch that subject. And at some parts in the movie, we see other Reaper demons, giving the idea that the Saja Boys aren't the only Jushan Saja in this universe. And what about Grima? Where did he came from? Is he just another regular villain, or do we have a deeper story behind him? I wanna hear it right now, cause I won't settle for no mouthed pink flame. Even Calcifier has a better design than this goofy fire right there. We could have a whole episode just focusing on this lore behind the demons, showing how they appeared and how did the hunters start to fight them, showing how they discovered the Han Moon, and so on. This would develop the series universe itself. Number 4, more stories outside of the stages, showing more than just battle against demons, and their performances on stage would make the Huntrix more human, and even other characters too, like parallel stories showing some of the backstage of the idol's life. secret events, fans meeting, heavy training, and even polemics involving the K-pop scene that we know happen all the time. Imagine a whole episode where Mira is dealing with a stalker that keeps following her after shows, or Zoey being cancelled in social media because of some dumb reason. It would be really tense, but real. We also could have an episode showing Rumi being victim of a fake exposed about her past and how she would react to that, dealing with hate from social media, in stages, and in real life too. And we would see how this would affect her and the Huntrix. This could give a more humane touch to the story, you know? It would also show that, besides being idols and hunters, they are people who have feelings. Number 5, more songs. Please. One of the things that would really make a series popular would be the songs. Imagine if each episode has its own musical moment, like what happened in G4 of My Little Pony or in Equestria Girls. Even the Descendants movie series really managed to deliver that really well. We would have full performances, whole new songs, alternative versions of them, and even music battles between characters. And knowing that the songs in the movie are complete bangers, in an animated series we would have twice as much of them, and twice as quality too. And dude, imagine if we had a rap battle between Zoey and Baby Saja. And more importantly, who would win? I'll let this one for you guys to figure out in the comments, okay? Number 6, beyond K-pop. Although K-pop Demon Hunters is really fun as it has a lot of music and action, it also touches some really heavy problems that need more screen time. If it had become a series, they could have explored this truly, without losing its timing. Like, the movie touches on topics of finding your identity, the weight of fame, rivalry between idols, and even girl power. But it all happened so quickly, the audience didn't have time to assimilate everything the movie tried to show. Imagine a whole season showing how each one of the girls deal with their own insecurities, like the fear of failing or demanding too much to themselves to be perfect all the time. The best of all, this all comes in an accessible way for younger audiences, with characters that they can relate to. Besides that, it would make room to bring more representativity and like different cultures and new styles. Number 7, guys, is it only me who wants to see more characters in the series? Because if the movie becomes one, it would be easy to introduce new characters without needing to rush their stories. Do you imagine if we met the hunters that came before the Huntrix, like some sort of legendary idols from the past who faced demons their whole lives but now are retired? The series could show these characters showing each episode, maybe at the right moment to help our protagonists in bigger battles against rival groups or even against more powerful demons sent by Guima. Each season could bring a new threat with different stories and challenges to overcome and build up this universe. And yes, I already have a ton of seasons planned because we have so much potential there. It would be cool to see how these hunters react to the modern ways of the Huntrix, or how they would help them to evolve as hunters and as a group too. We could see some unexpected alliances, generational conflict, some discussion here and there. It wouldn't hurt anyone, right? Number 8, a darker plot that gets gradually revealed would also be welcomed. I hope that the producers and directors see this video so they can understand that instead of solving all conflicts really easily like in the movie, the series could use Guima as a background villain, building up a darker and bigger threat in a more mysterious arc in the series, where the final battle would take place at the last episodes in the series, and meanwhile the main group would follow their adventures, dealing with training, performances, and polemics in the idol world, all at the same time, while they protect the world from Guima's demons, who little by little create plans to get rid of the Huntrix and destroy the Hanmoon. It would be just like Steven Universe or She-Ra, who had that mix action, emotions and character development throughout the story, while the main villain grows in the back. This gets us stuck in a good storyline, theorizing over each episode. Number 9, besides that, I can guarantee you guys that if this movie was a series, the fans would have a lot of material to work with. I mean it. You know how any fandom loves to dive deep in this sort of thing, mostly when it's about theories. Here I brought you guys some of the future in this universe about Jinu returning, and so on. But with a series, we would have so much more things to work with. More scenes, more details, more characters, and of course more fan arts. More edits, more fanfics, all you ask for. I know that you like that, and dude, this would increase the hype so much for further episodes and future seasons. And that's not counting spin-offs, like what's happening to Miraculous Ladybug right now. We have a series taking place in Japan. This is a goldmine for any production. After all, when fans buy the idea, they can drive the success of the series on their own, am I right? And number 10, surely I couldn't miss the unique visual this work has, with stunning outfits, nice choreographies on fights, filled with action and movements. Everything in this animation seems to be made purposefully draw to attention, from becoming collectibles to selling merch to even becoming cosplays in events. The truth is that it's highly marketable, and in a series that would escalate indefinitely. And look, if Sunny follows this idea, each episode would bring a new look to the Huntrix, which would get a lot of audience for itself, just by the aesthetics. I mean, all of those discarded ideas from the first movie would be reused now in the series. This would make everything better, for the sake of the fans and for the sake of the producers. A major profit. I mean, come on. Netflix needs to pinch this idea. Do you agree with me? Hasta la vista.